UK visa nightmare. An African's UK dream has ended in 24 hours. This brother is blaming his girlfriend, while his wife, who has been loyal to this brother, is blaming this brother. This story is a story that anyone can learn from. It involves love, betrayal, and how far people will go when they are in love. Good morning. The Lunch Club is where you will hear what is happening among immigrants in the diaspora. We share stories not to fear anyone, but to inform and educate our audience because we believe that knowledge is power and information is one of the tools that you need in life for you to be able to achieve success. If you see any value in this content, you can support our work by giving it a like. Frank is my name for those seeing my face for the first time. Let's dive into the story of Kenny. Kenny moved to the UK many years ago, initially on a student visa. He left his wife and one child in their home country. When Kenny eventually finished his studies, he was given post-studies visa. Before he finished his studies, Kenny struggled to raise money. This guy and his wife that he left in his home country, they have been working together. They've made a lot of sacrifices for Kenny to be where he is today. When Kenny then got his post-studies, he then brought his wife to the UK, and him and his wife, they now had another child. They now have two children. So the wife's name is Yvonne. Meanwhile, when Kenny left Yvonne in their home country, he now met another girl in the UK. That girl happens to come from the same country as Kenny. The girl in question, her name is Rosemary. Kenny initially told Rosemary that, babe, I am single. The girl asked him, are you sure you don't have anyone in your life, back in your home country? Kenny said, no, I haven't got any woman in my life. Rosemary initially believed Kenny, as most women will do when they actually like somebody. After Rosemary fell in love, Kenny called her one day and said, you know what, darling? I want to be really honest with you. I don't want to keep any secret from you anymore. I have a woman in my home country. This woman, we've been together. She's made a lot of sacrifice. But once the girl sought out, eventually, my future is with you. Rosemary believed what Kenny said because the girl saw Kenny as an ambitious, driven, hardworking man, a man who is determined to succeed against all odds. And she decided that she wants to give Kenny a try. She said, look, you're saying to me that this woman, you want to bring her to the UK because you don't want to leave your family in your home country, but eventually your future is with me. The guy said yes. That was the condition that Kenny brought the wife to the UK. The wife did not know. Yvonne did not know that there is Rosemary. She thought that Kenny is a faithful and committed husband and father. Everything was good. When the night came, Kenny then got another job. This time around, he got a professional job with the NHS. He was very, very happy and said, yes, everything that I have always wanted in my life is starting to come into fruition. I am very, very happy with my life. Him and his wife, they then have another baby girl. So they've got two young children, and every life was good for our brother Kenny. Kenny then bought a house on mortgage, was very happy with the house. The house is in North Wales. He bought a lovely house with his family. Everything was happy. Then Rosemary was asking Kenny, what is the plan regarding what we agreed before your wife came to the UK? Kenny said, yes, I'm still on track. Kenny eventually said to Rosemary, babe, for you to know that I am committed to you and I have a future with you long term, why not we start trying for a baby? Eventually, he did not tell Rosemary that he now had a new baby in the UK. He said, Rosemary, babe, let us try for a baby. And the girl fell along thinking that, yes, they can start trying for a baby. One fateful day, Kenny is now driving. He just passed his driving test in the UK. He passed his driving test and he was very, very happy. One fateful day, Kenny was driving speed. It was late for work. He was driving speed and he was caught using his mobile phone and he exceeded the speed limit, and that automatically gave Kenny 6 points off his license. So for those outside the UK, when you're driving in the UK, you have 12 points on your license. When you first get your license, the first 2 years is seen as a probationary period. During that time, if you get more than 6 points off your license, my brother and sister, your license will be withdrawn. Kenny got the first point of the license, and people thought that should have given Kenny a wake-up call for him to realize that, look, you have to be very careful in the UK. And meanwhile, Kenny's work is linked to his ability to drive. In order for him to continue to do this work, he needs to be able to drive because Kenny lived very far from work. So his car is very, very important. Our brother Kenny, then out of recklessness, after about 6 months, he did the same thing again. Kenny is blaming the girlfriend for bringing him down, while the girlfriend is saying that she acted because she realized that her trust and love and loyalty has been betrayed. Let me know what your views are, whether you think that what the girlfriend did is right or you think that Kenny deserved what happened to him. If you see any value in this story, you can support our work by giving this video a like, because there are valuable lessons that can be learned from the story of our brother Kenny. Kenny then got another license, got another trouble for driving above the speed limit. This time around, the first thing he did, meanwhile, Rosemary is from the same country as Kenny, but she is a British citizen. She has been in this country for a long time. She knows how the system works. As soon as Kenny got that other point, as soon as he opened the letter, he realized that he has been given another point. The first thing he did, he called Rosemary. And Rosemary said, babe, relax. Don't worry. I know how we can manipulate the system and we will sort this out. Kenny said, are you sure? He said, yes, babe, come and see me. Kenny went to see Rosemary. Rosemary sat Kenny down and said, look, you know what, babe? I know someone. What we can do is to get someone else to take this point for you. Kenny said, how? Rosemary then said, look, what we're going to do is to lie that you were not the one that was driving this car. It was another friend that was driving the car, but it's going to cost you £600 for you to do this, for us to do this. He said, yeah. He said, yes. He said, we'll do this for you. Somebody else will take the point. I know somebody who will do it, but I just need to beg the person that you are so dear to me and explain. The guy said, okay, the person that is going to do it has a UK license, but it doesn't live in the UK. So that it doesn't need the driver's license. Kenny said, oh, 600, baby, if you can do it for me, this is why I kept you, because I know that you are an asset to me. Rosemary said, don't worry, babe, I will sort it out for you. So Rosemary carried out the promise that she made. She made contact for Kenny, and Kenny paid the £600, and the license was cleared. Someone else took the point, and everything died down. After that incident, Rosemary and Kenny, they continued their relationship. But after some time, Rosemary realized that Kenny wasn't forthcoming because the wife was complaining that Kenny wasn't helping her at home, especially with a new baby. And Kenny wanted to please his wife. He was then spending more time with his family at home and not spending time with Rosemary. When Rosemary then realized that, Kenny, time is going, you promised me that you're going to help me with, we're gonna have a child together. I'm not seeing you as much. You told me that you're going to leave your wife, and I'm not seeing any sign. From what I'm seeing now, it looks like I am just being used. You have just been used. Meanwhile, Kenny has already been telling some of people from their home country, when they ask him, oh, how about your side chicks? I'm just keeping her on the side because she knows the system. You know, she can help me. She helped me with my mortgage, and she gave me advice, although she didn't give me money, but she knows the system. You know, I need to keep her. The guy, one of the guys that Kenny was telling all this thing, he himself, he likes Rosemary, but he doesn't know how to approach Rosemary. And the guy then ran into Rosemary and said, look, Rosemary said, where's your friend? I haven't seen your friend for a long time. It looks like he's avoiding me. He said, babe, forget that guy. That guy doesn't love you. He told me that he's just using you he just using you, man. He doesn't want you. He's not going to do anything with you. Are you serious? Yes, the guy told me he doesn't want you. He's just keeping you as a side chick because you know the system here. You know how the system works. So he therefore needs somebody like you in his life for whenever he needs anything. The girl started believing what this guy was saying because this guy started gathering evidence of text message conversation that he had with Kenny, where Kenny said, nah, just my side chick. I'm not nothing serious. I'm never going to leave her. This guy started forwarding the message to Rosemary. Your best friend, somebody that you think that is your best friend as a man, you go out, you drink, you open all your mouth, you blah, 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 you show your teeth. The person that you think that is your friend, behind your back, who knows your secret, will be the one that will bring you down if you're not careful. This guy then forwarded all the evidence to Rosemary that Kenny is using her, that Kenny has no intention of ever leaving his wife to go and have a family with Rosemary. And when Kenny wasn't responding again, Rosemary started believing everything that this guy told her. And she therefore said to Kenny, look, you're not responding again. They had an argument one day over the phone because Kenny wasn't responding. And the guy then said, okay, you're going to see what I'm going to do to you. Kenny said, what can you do to me? Kenny then forgot that this girl, she knows everything about how somebody took the point. Before you know what was happening, the guy then reported our brother Kenny to the police. That this man was the one that was driving the car. He got someone to take his point and he provided all the evidence to the police. One day, Kenny was at home. He heard a knock on the door. The police officer introduced himself and said, look, you are under arrest for obstruction of justice. This is what you've done. Kenny said, what? He said, this is what you've done. And they handcuffed Kenny and they took Kenny away. The wife thought it was a joke. The wife thought it was a joke. Before you know what was happening, police detained him for 7 hours. And Kenny pleaded not guilty, not knowing that Rosemary has already gave all the evidence, the contact details of the person that took the point, who lives abroad, every information that the police need. The lady give all the information to the police. Our brother Kenny was then taken to court. Kenny was then found guilty, and the girl WhatsApped Kenny as soon as the police released Kenny and said, I told you I will bring you down. This is just the start. You will end up, you're going back without your woman and your children, the three of you, the four of you, you're going back to your country. You're going back to your home country. Nothing is going to keep you in this country. Kenny thought it was a joke. Before you know what was happening, Kenny was found guilty. When he was found guilty, Kenny was then given a 12-month sentence for obstruction of justice and asking someone to take his driving license point. And Kenny cannot be found guilty and still be working. He cannot be found guilty and his employer will keep him at work. And the employer, as soon as they were notified that Kenny has been found guilty, in 24 hours, they therefore canceled our brother Kenny, who has just bought a house. And he's got a wife and children in the UK here. That was how they canceled Kenny's visa. The wife is now in limbo. She doesn't know what to do because Kenny is the main applicant. If he is sent to jail, the wife and the children, they cannot remain in the country. Kenny is blaming Rosemary for bringing him down, while Rosemary is saying that, yes, she had to do what she had to do because she realized that she was being used. Do you blame Rosemary? Would you have done the same thing if you were in Rosemary's shoe? Or do you think that Kenny wanted to eat its cake and have it? Let me know what your views are in the comment section. The sad reality is that this brother who thought he has already crossed the Red Sea, he's now in the promised land, only for his actions to not draw him down and the guy will be sent back. He will be sent back to his own country. The wife and the children, they cannot remain in the country. The wife contacted me crying, saying, "What can I do?" There is nothing anybody can do because he is the main applicant, and the wife and the children, they will have to go. Let me know what your views are in the comment section. If you know anyone that will benefit from this story, kindly share this video with them so that they can learn. Give it a like so that more people can learn. If you have any story that you want to share with us, you can WhatsApp us